Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you very much. Very happy to be here with you today. It's been quite a day. I want to start by asking you a question. This is not a test, it's just a question. What do you think you will get if you put high school students together for 4 months and ask them to unleash their creativity? Here are some options: spitball fights, garage bands, YouTube videos. Well, allow me to share with you what we get. Our Spirit of Innovation Awards program challenges teams of high school students to create products using science and technology to solve real-world problems. And this is what we get. We are in the future business, as President Clinton said this morning. We get students that create products solving real-world problems, from aerospace to energy, from oceans to nutrition. We have enough problems that we can not be running out of problems for these kids to solve. And once you unleash their creativity and you invite them to actually innovate, they will astound you by what they can come up with. So our students work in teams because we also want to teach leadership skills. Some of our students get patents, actually have an opportunity to license their product into the commercial marketplace. Our students have been featured in Popular Science magazine. They've been archived in the Kennedy Library. They've been recognized by the White House and President Obama. And they have been interviewed by the BBC to present at the Copenhagen Energy Conference. And I'm very excited to tell you that today I received an email from the White House and from NASA, and one of our students was honored at the President Obama's State of the Union address. So that's pretty cool stuff for a high school kid, I would say. So I would like you to meet some of our students. This is Daniel and Isaac. They come from a little town in Texas, and they were 17 years old when they entered our competition. They created a product that harvests the energy from the heat vents in the deep ocean through a generator that they designed to create very low-cost electricity. They currently have 2 patents. They are working to license their product into the marketplace. They are working on a large grant with the Department of Defense. And we're very excited. These kids are really doing something extraordinary in low-cost energy. These are 3 teams of kids that one had a piezoelectric project, putting piezoelectric paper on walls in high-volume noise areas like train stations. The paper collects the noise, converts it into energy. Spacesuit, that is a revolutionary spacesuit that was passive exercise. One of the problems in spaceflight is that the body pools blood because the body doesn't weigh anything. The other project is a robot for use on the lunar surface. This year's competition, we are doing aerospace exploration, clean energy, renewable, efficiency, and storage. And this one ought to intrigue you: cyber security. So we just let our kids invent whatever they want to invent, create whatever they want to create, and we give them the structure and the mentors and the coaches, and teachers work with them. And then we bring them to our Innovation Summit when they qualify as finalists, where they meet world-level entrepreneurs, venture capitalists, government leaders, academics, and they work peer-to-peer with these people. And our whole group works with these children, high school children, to bring them into the next steps of development of their project ideas. So when I say to you we are in the business of the future, we truly are. We are planting the seeds for the innovative workforce of the 21st century. I can tell you firsthand what it's like when someone takes a child under their wing and gives them aspiration skill sets. And I say we work in science, technology, engineering, and math, which is STEM, but we actually add an A into it. We work in science, technology, engineering, art, achievement, aspiration, and we get STEAM, and these kids are STEAMed. So I can tell you from firsthand experience what happens when a person is STEAMed and when someone takes them under their wings so that their skill sets can be challenged and expanded. Story of my late husband. He was expelled from school in the 11th grade. He couldn't read and he couldn't spell. What was wrong? Dyslexia. And they just didn't know what it was in those days. And so his mother took him to a small school in upstate New York where the headmaster took him under his wing. This young man ended up with a scholarship to Princeton. He became an aeronautical engineer because you don't have to read or spell very much. He went on to fly 4 flights in space. My husband was the commander of Apollo 12 and the 3rd man to walk on the moon. He then went on to fly Skylab, which was our first space station, and he received a Congressional Medal of Honor for rescuing the lab, and went on to create 4 companies working on commercial spaceflight, much like what Sir Richard Branson and Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk are doing today. And all of that happened because an educator took this young man under his wing and gave him a moonshot. So we take young students under our wing and we give them their moonshot, and we invite you to join us in creating the next generation of kids that will be the innovative workforce for the 21st century. So together, we will be in the future business. Thank you very much.